Hello everybody, and welcome to the MySims playthrough! Now, I bet you're all kind of looking at this and thinking, what the hell is Richy doing? You've either, one, never heard of this game, or two, looked at it and thought, my god, this looks like childish rubbish. And in some cases, you would probably be correct. But the thing is that I really like this game, and I thought I wanted to show it off to you all. Because it's something different and not a lot of people know of its existence. I mean, there are some people who actively dislike this game, and there are perfectly good reasons for that, which you will see eventually. But yeah, it's just something that I really wanted to do, because I really do like the MySims franchise. At least sort of the three main games that they released. Because basically there was MySims here, which was released in 2007. Then there's MySims Kingdom and MySims Agents. And those three I kind of dub as the main MySims games, because they are kind of a kind of similar gameplay style. Now, fun little story, this is actually being recorded off my Wii U, because I wanted to be able to record stuff whilst at uni, and let's just say that couldn't take my Wii, so new stuff. So I have played the game before. If I recall correctly, I spent about 50 hours on this game, which is quite a lot. Now, what am I going to call my wonderful little town? How about I name it after one of my favourite towns/cities in video games, eh? Let's call it Bellbridge, after the wonderful Bellbridge in Knight's Journey of Dreams. Yay! Now, MySims was developed by EA Redwood Shores, published by EA, and distributed by EA and Nintendo. Has been released on Wii, Nintendo DS, Microsoft, Windows and mobile phone. EA UK did the Windows port, and EA Mobile did the mobile version. And, yeah, it was released in September the 18th, 2007 in America, September 20th in Australia, September 21st Europe, and September 27th in Japan. I won't go into the PC and mobile phone versions because nobody cares. But yeah, this is the story of Bellbridge, and yeah, stuff is going down, because this town is not doing well for itself, and hopefully a certain someone will be able to come and save the day. So here we have the create a character mechanic. Well, mechanic? It's not really a mechanic. Segment. You generally have this in most kind of games, and although MySims' character creation tool is not the most complex, there's certainly quite a lot of stuff that you can customize until you get something that you like, which is really cool. Yeah, so I wonder how I'd look with a goatee. Let's just go for the massive smile. Fits me best, I think. Now, there are a number of codes that you can input, which unlock other outfits. But I think I'm gonna go with the Great British Flag shirt, because I'm awesome like that. And also stick on some glasses, because even though I don't always wear glasses, yeah, I think I went about in that outfit with the cool look for a while. But I'm going to settle with that, because that works best for me. Now, you have sort of quite a lot to play with initially, including sort of the voice and how high-pitched it is and so on and so forth. Which is really cool. You can also change the face, the skin colour, you've got all these hair options, eye options, mouth options, clothes options, glasses options, you can stick tattoos on and all sorts. There's a lot you can do. And once you reach kind of a certain point in the game, you can unlock more outfits and more hairstyles and more face paint and all sorts. So there's quite a lot you can do. Now, the one thing that you will immediately notice about MySims is that it's got incredibly long load times, and also the frame rate will sometimes chug like all hell. It's literally just like the points where it freezes, and then it's just like chug, 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 as it goes along, which isn't great. You've got to be very, very, very patient to play MySims. So I'm quite glad that I am more patient than I remember being. Now, I don't think you control that journey, so don't worry too much about getting lost. You've got more than enough kind of... I think it's literally you get dragged there, so I wouldn't worry on that front. So, here we have Mayor Rosalind, who is our first sim that we shall meet.
Narfly nib. Uba narfly nib? Huh.
Now, each sim in the game has certain interests, and
Tisa Vabu.
Basically, as we will learn soon enough, we have to build objects for the people of Bellbridge. And the best way to make people happy is to give them items that are within their interests. So for Mayor Rosalind, you would give her studious items, specifically. I mean, each character has 2 interests and 2 hates. So it works out eventually. Actually, no, it's 2 interests and 1 hate. Never mind. Now, that there is Buddy. I'll get on to him eventually. Not right now, but we will do. So yeah, Rosalind's interests are studious and tasty, and she hates geeky. Meanie. And, looks like they haven't, built us a blooming house. Typical. Anyway, as I said before, this game is primarily about building. So, basically, you will have to build houses for people. First of all, yourself. You've got so many different item choices that you can literally do anything. Normally I always end up going for a rather symmetrical approach to my houses. It's ridiculous, really. Because, I mean, all you really need to do is stick the door on and generally a sign. But, I fail at life. And so just must put everything down. Obviously, we need some gnomes to protect the house. As well as, okay, chill. As well as some flamingos, just to make it stand out, you know? No, I'm sorry, but I'm not liking this colour. Let's go for a bit of a brick effect. There we go. Perfect. It's a nice little home to move into, that. Quite excited now. Yeah, no, it took only like a couple of minutes. So, yes, Mayor Rosalind is now talking about essences, which are things that you will be collecting massive amounts of throughout the game. Over there you see Violet and Patrick. We will hardly be talking to Patrick, but we will be popping in to see Violet a few times. Now, over here we have the red apple essences. And basically we will need these to complete tasks that we will be set. Now, I will say that sort of this essence collecting can be fun, but it can get very tedious after a while. Particularly because sometimes you will be sitting around an area for a prolonged period of time. Mostly, like, because there are periods where you need to get a lot of items from trees, so you've got to spend time just sitting there, watering them, waiting for them to grow. It's not half as tedious as doing, like, prospecting, which we will see eventually. Yeah, I think we're gonna chop that tree down, build it up better than it was. I'm sorry for fertilising you, tree, but I just couldn't be bothered to wait. Yeah, you can plant trees as well. There's quite a lot you can do in this town, and it's awesome. Because you can basically make it so that you have any tree, any type of tree you like around. Eventually, well, very soon, we'll be able to move in whoever we like. There's a lot that can be done, which is great. And yes, so now that we have our 10 apples, we will oh, you built us a workshop. Oh, that's so nice of you. Hopefully you won't have forgotten to build it like the house. Unfortunately, I have the feeling that this is going to be the case. Oh, Rosalind. Typical. Can't take you anywhere. Let's make this a little bit more interesting, a bit more kind of artsy. Just to be different. I mean, it really doesn't matter how you design it, but it's just nice to have the freedom. I mean, you will always be kind of set, well, given a basic set of blocks to begin with, but you can go to all different types of all different ways and sizes of blocks eventually, if you just scroll through them enough. So basically the game's got a massive amount of freedom, but also it will kind of guide you quite strictly through what it wants you to do. It's the same sort of in the workshop area in here, in that you're given a blueprint, which you can have to put stuff in, but you can choose to ignore it as long as you fill the space that it asks of you. So here we have a chair. It's a very simple build, one that you will probably be using quite a lot, and we will be using it for. We will be using painting very soon, but more of that later. First of all, let's look in our house, because we didn't get to have a chance to really look at it when we built it. So we went straight to the garden. Oh look, it's very bare. You couldn't have kind of decorated it for me, could you? Oh well, let's move our chair in that we were forced to make specifically for ourselves. Just stick it there. Yeah, I'm not really going to be doing much in my house. It's not really much need. But either way, that's fine. So everyone will give you blueprints eventually, and so now we have pretty much freedom to do what we like, but we will have to go to Mayor Rosalind very soon. So, that's the beginning of MySims. Let's get on with stuff. Woohoo!